Hello, I'm doing the video today now for ideology, which is actually the word from Tuesday of this week, but I was a little bit behind with making the videos due to field trip and other things. So ideology is a level 4 word. It's a set of ideas. Number one, a set of ideas that an economic or political system is based on. Is one definition. It's a noun. Or definition 2, a set of beliefs, especially one held by a particular group, that influences the way people behave. So in Spanish, ideología, and word families, ideological and ideologically. And when I'm doing this myself, sorry, I have to zoom in and out and make you guys dizzy here, but ideological, if you guys know from your experience of when we do this, AL tends to be an adjective, and LY is an adverb. So ideological means in a way that is related to ideology, a way that is related to a set of ideas or beliefs. Ideologically, so this would describe a thing that is related to ideology. Like it's an ideological book. It's a book about ideology, let's say. Sorry about that. Ideologically would be the way you do something. Or maybe, so sometimes, adverbs can describe other adjectives. So we could say, he is a communist person might say, that person is ideologically unsophisticated because he doesn't know enough communism. Ideologically could describe unsophisticated right there. So adverbs can describe adjectives. So that's one way it would work. Or ideologically, as I said, could be, he is acting ideologically. That means he's acting according to an ideology, based on an ideology. So ideology is not one idea. It is a set of ideas or a set of beliefs. A set of ideas, a system of ideas, not one idea. And I have some notes down here. Ideology has a somewhat negative connotation. People often abuse it for ideas that they disagree with. So if you're talking about your own political party that you support, you probably wouldn't say, I love democratic ideology because I'm a Democrat. You tend to use ideology, I think, more with ideas you disagree with. And we often hear it with when you talk about things like communism or Nazism or totalitarian systems where the government kind of tries to control all of society. And they control all of society partly by their ideology because they have these ideas that they make everybody learn and follow whatever they do in their lives. For example, the Nazis. So I'm reading a book about Nazism, and they said, Hitler said, people were criticizing him early, when he wasn't in power yet, and he said, well, they can criticize me now, but I have their children, which is pretty scary, but true. I mean, because eventually the Nazis said every single German child must be in the Hitler Youth. If you don't go in the Hitler Youth, you go to jail and your parents go to jail and might get killed. So, and what happens in the Hitler Youth? They teach you about Nazi ideology. So it creates a feeling where everywhere in society, like all anybody talks about is the Nazis and their ideas about how Germans are better than everybody else and the other Nazi ideas. So that's an example of use of the word ideology. As I said, usually pretty negative. So communism and Nazism, we talk about communist ideology also. Here's a sentence related to that. In the Soviet Union, which is, remember, Russia, when Russia had basically taken control of a bunch of other areas. So it was Russia plus some other former countries that became part of Russia pretty much in the 20th century, and it was called the Soviet Union, the communist country. In that country, the government required all literature to conform to Soviet ideology. So you couldn't write a book legally that didn't get approved by the government. That's what that means. Some synonyms: belief, philosophy, or system of ideas. Thank you very much for watching.